Hi there, I'm here at Embedded World 2025 and I'm on the Qualcomm stand to chat about Edge AI. So thank you both very much for joining me. Would you like to introduce yourselves before we get started?
Sure. My name is Manny Singh and I'm part of the product management team at Qualcomm in the Industrial and Embedded IoT business unit.
Fantastic, thank you.
Hi there, I'm Jim from Edge Impulse. I'm a solutions engineer here working on enabling customers with Edge AI.
Fantastic. So Edge AI is the topic of the week at Embedded World this year. So how is Qualcomm enabling developers to create high-end Edge AI applications?
Yeah, so I mean, if you look around our booth, you will find Edge AI just about in every part of the demo. Qualcomm announced the Industrial IoT SoCs last year, and now we have a roadmap of SoCs for industrial, consumer, commercial, all enabling Edge AI at different levels of compute, AI performance. Our goal is to enable developers, customer partners with the tools that they need in order to develop AI easily. So, as you know, yesterday, or actually the first day of Embedded World, we announced the acquisition of Edge Impulse.
Yes.
We're super excited about it. And Edge Impulse is the MLOps platform that enables developers to build AI from data to deployment. I think that's a very important piece of us enabling Edge AI. And so we are super thrilled, and this is the demo that, right behind me, we're showcasing how you go from acquiring data to really training the model and deploying the model in an easy fashion.
Yeah.
So we want to make that journey easy, and that's what we're doing here.
And can you tell us more about Dragonwing and how that's enabling Edge AI applications?
Right, so Dragonwing is our new branding for industrial. As you know, Qualcomm is known for its Snapdragon brand, but that's mostly for the consumer, like smartphones.
Yes.
And laptops and XR. So we believe that it's important to have a brand for just industrial segments, and that's where we introduced Dragonwing. So Dragonwing has, as I mentioned earlier, we introduced these new industrial SoCs last year, IQ9, IQ8, IQ6, and these are all meant for industrial. And we had a lot more SoCs on the commercial and consumer side of things. So we're putting one umbrella brand around all of this. Mm-hmm. And that shows our commitment to IoT and Edge AI.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And you've mentioned the demo behind me. Are you able to give us an overview of what's going on behind us?
Yeah, so maybe I'll start a little bit
Of
and
course.
then have Jim give you a walk through this.
Yeah.
So the demo here, it shows you the entire Edge Impulse Studio, which is a web-based platform where developers can start from, starting from data acquisition, data pre-processing, training the model, tuning the model, optimizing the model, and then deploying the model in an easy fashion. This particular demo is running on our IQ9 series of Dragonwing SoCs. So here we are showcasing how you can take create a model that for object detection and then cascade that into a vision language model, all running at the edge. Mm-hmm. So super advanced in terms of the capabilities of vision language models to be able to really give you, the details around what the object is, all running at the edge. And so I think I'm going to let Jim actually walk you through, how this comes about, from the start.
Yeah. Excellent.
Maybe,
yeah. Let's take a closer look.
Yeah, sure. So the demo we're showing here today is really a look to the future of what we think Edge AI is going to evolve into as a platform in Edge Impulse. Because one of the big troubles that our customers have is that data is always really hard to get, especially from the factory floor, in order to train a discrete model from scratch.
Yeah.
So what we're showing off here is a cascade where we take a slightly simpler problem, like detecting vehicles with an object detection model. This is our YOLO Pro architecture, a brand new model architecture we developed specifically for edge devices, tuned for industrial environments. Then we're cascading down the cropped images to a vision language model directly on device. And why that's really exciting is that these vision language models give you the ability to get information out of a real world environment without ever needing to train any of your own data. So this vision language model has generated the color, class, manufacture of each of these vehicles without ever needing any of its own data about this environment. One of the real troubles with VLMs, though, is that if you want to deploy them into a real production environment, into safety critical systems, they're liable to hallucinate, especially at these smaller levels.
Right.
So what we're also showing is some of the tooling that we can build into Edge Impulse Studio to help you refine and test these prompts before they get down to the device so that you can validate at scale that they work. And that's really important for industrial customers because you really want to be sure that the model you're deploying into this safety critical environment is going to give you the right answer every time.
Yes.
And we also have developed a kind of structured prompt system which helps you really nail down exactly what you expect to see every time. So the output is in structured JSON format, which can then be used in application behavior. It's a really exciting look to the future, and it's only possible because of the amazing Dragon Wing hardware that we have here, with the amazing amount of TOPS that can run one of these vision language models right down at the edge.
Brilliant, a great overview. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, so following on from our conversation about Edge AI, we've now moved to a new demo. So are you able to give us an overview of this one?
Yes, so continuing on the same theme as we talked earlier about enablement of AI at the edge, these demos are really showcasing the power of our IQ9 series as well as 6490 Dragon Wing processors, showing the multi-channel performance with AI. If you see on your left, the IQ9 can actually process 35 or actually 36 streams of RTSP video at 1080p 30 frames per second, all being processed on device. And similarly on the 6490 we have 4 streams of video, 1080p 30p FPS being processed simultaneously. This level of performance, I mean, this particular use case you can imagine, in the field where you have brownfield cameras that don't have local AI processing feeding into an AI box, and the AI box actually doing all the processing and doing the classification and so on. So those are that showcases the performance for video use cases. We have another demo here, which kind of a little bit hard to see, but this is about running a language model. Okay. It's the same language model running on device. This is a Llama 3.3 billion parameter model. So once again, you can imagine, you can now have the power of LLMs or SLMs really running on device and all at the edge. With so many useful applications, if you see other demos around the booth, you will see demos where you can see worker assistance, where you can actually interact with the device and have access to all the knowledge base within an enterprise and be able to interact with the device in your own language and be able to get the assistance that a worker might need. So there are some other cool demos that showcase the actual application of this. So, but this is showing you how it runs all at the edge. So both video processing and language models.
And is the technology capable of running preferred OS, Qualcomm, Linux, BSP, or Ubuntu, etc.?
Yeah, let me introduce Shami Qatar here. He's a product manager. Maybe he can give you a better...
Welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
So your question about whether there's a preferred OS, actually, as part of our broader strategy, we have multiple operating systems supported on all our platforms going forward. Ubuntu is one of them, Yocto Linux is another one, Android traditionally we have supported for many of our products, and we've got Windows as well running on it. So, rest assured, you should assume that we are covered from an operating system perspective.
Fantastic. And what other tools are available to support the development and deployment?
So we've got a variety of tools, profilers, debuggers, etc. at the BSP level, but as you start to move above the stack, from the BSP stack, there are many other tools. We have microservices, containers, etc. deployed, but with the introduction of Edge Impulse, there are many new tools, including IDs, etc. that have come into play.
Yeah, let me add to that, right? So as a developer, when you want to start with understanding the capability of the device, you want to be able to experiment and see if that device can run your models. So right from that point, we've made Qualcomm Device Cloud enable. So all these devices that you see behind you these devices will be available in the cloud.
Okay.
So the developers will be able to access that, so they can run sample applications. They can develop more, their own applications and run these models on the device even before you get the physical device in hand. So once you're done there, then you can get the device, and then from there on, you can use the Edge Impulse Studio to build your model, train your model, and deploy it. Beyond that, when it comes to actually deploying the model, we have the Qualcomm VS Code extension IDE that makes it simple for anybody to get these physical devices, set up the device, build applications, and flash it on the device. Last but not the least, we have Foundries.io, which is also part of Qualcomm.
Yep.
That's where the deployment aspect comes in. So the Edge Impulse Studio will build an artifact, a software artifact, that you can deploy on device, but then when it comes to somebody who wants to actually deploy it in the field, in production, that you want to maintain it over the lifetime of the device, that's where Foundries.io comes in. So as you can see, our toolchain starts from right when you're trying to evaluate the performance of our SoCs, make it easy for somebody to actually see that using Device Cloud, and you go all the way to the deployment. And one of the things that Edge Impulse, during the demo we didn't talk about, is that the ability to actually monitor the performance of the model of the lifetime of its deployment. Because once you deploy the model never stays static. The data might change, new situations might come in where you need to acquire more data, be able to then improve the model, redeploy the model. So all of that cycle from start to finish, and then retraining and redeploying the model, we have toolchain that enables all of that.
So following on from that then, and coming back to our conversation about Dragonwing,
yeah.
how can users get started with the Dragonwing development kit?
Yeah, so as I said, right, the very first step, I would say go ahead and order a kit online. We have also partners that make their kits available.
Yeah.
But if you want to just, even before you want to get started, Qualcomm Device Cloud. At the end of this month, we're going to make that available for our developers for $64.90. Going forward, other kits will be available as well. So we believe that that's the easiest path for a developer to get started. They can see the sample application and build a small prototype, and then get on with the physical device. Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, thank you both very much for your time. It's been a pleasure learning more about Dragonwing and your Edge AI applications. So thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.